I'm presenting the SBAR, the current status of my school nurse and absenteeism QI project. School nurses can play a significant role in reducing absenteeism. Research shows the presence of a school nurse in the school building has a positive impact on student outcomes. There's also research that shows that when school nurses are involved in attendance policy, they can help further reduce absenteeism. My QI project hopes to do that in our schools. Here is some context. Bellefonte Area School District is a rural public school district. Bellefonte is the county seat of Center County, which, as you might expect, is right in the middle of the state of Pennsylvania. It's, as I said, rural. It includes some Amish population. There are some families that struggle with economic issues and other issues. Around a third of our enrollment comes from low-income families. The district has 2 CSNs. We have around 1,400 students each. There's around 2,500 students in our school buildings, but there are also 2 private schools we serve, as well as the virtual school and homeschoolers. The situation I'm seeking to address is frequent nurse visits being a possible indicator of chronic absenteeism or impending chronic absenteeism. Attendance in class is essential to academic success, and while we do notice frequent flyers, frequent visitors, and follow up where possible, we don't currently have a clear standardized protocol or process for doing so. I have already met with the vice principal who is responsible for attendance. I've met with the social worker, the attendance secretary, and I have talked with my preceptor and colleague about this issue. I also have talked about it with our nursing staff, that's our health room assistants, who work primarily in our elementary schools. The background to this issue is that absenteeism is fundamental to the role of school nurses. Absenteeism is an ongoing problem. It's widespread. It occurs everywhere, and for many and varied reasons. We have research looking at chronic absenteeism from many different countries and many different US states, different areas, different economic issues, different types of population, but many of these causes and factors that are involved are very similar. Students can be missing school for health issues, family problems, caregiving of others, neighborhood safety, many, many more things, even lack of menstrual supplies, poorly addressed menstrual issues like chronic pain, lack of transportation, all kinds of issues that you can possibly think of can be involved in chronic absenteeism. And of course, we know that academic performance is negatively impacted by not being in class. We have baseline and benchmark data on attendance available from the state, from the Pennsylvania Department of Education, and we have baseline data accessible in our electronic medical record, which is Healthy Tools, and PowerSchool, which is the system that the school uses for all other issues. Well, the assessment is that reducing absenteeism is foundational to school nurses. It is why we exist. Creating a standardized process and protocol for our district to monitor frequent nurse visits and its role in absenteeism could reduce time out of class and out of school. It could reduce nurse visits, which also impacts time spent out of class. Altogether, we could keep students in class more. This could also impact our ability to connect families and students with resources and services. Hopefully, it would speed this up. Research shows that when school nurses are involved in attendance policy management, it has a positive impact and reduces absenteeism even more. So my recommendation going forward, I will meet with my preceptor and we will review team members, and I'll come up with a team involving people that I've already talked to, as I've described. the attendance secretary, vice principal, social worker, and counselors, seeking further impact from our other nurses, administration and support staff, and from that create the private protocol and process for monitoring frequent visitors to nurse. So it's not just about monitoring the visitors, it's about what to do, what the steps to take when we establish that someone is a frequent visitor. So come up with a process for doing that and trialing that in the high school. In the high school, there are more counselors. The student assistance program team, the SAP team, meets every day, which it does not in the middle school or the elementary schools. So hopefully we would get more feedback more quickly. I did encounter a similar QI project published in the Journal of School Nursing and related research looking at school nurses being involved in attendance management. So that can also be used to help with this project.